We're up to episode 9 already, and in this episode I'm going to discuss a common question that happens when you get a fault. So is it the appliance or is it wiring? So what tends to happen when a fault occurs is you go to a fuse board and realise that something's tripped, and you switch it on and it goes again. Now there is a procedure that I would use to detect whether it is a wiring or an appliance. And when you keep resetting it like that, by the way, you can actually cause more damage. So the first thing you need to do is stop resetting it if it is continuing to trip. You can damage that breaker, you can damage the RCD because it's getting a big spike through it, and you can damage the cable and the appliance. So first of all, how do you know whether it's the circuit or the appliance? The very basic version of this, and it is a very basic version, is to first of all, let's say for example it's a socket circuit. So what you would do is unplug everything on that socket circuit. Let's say you've got an upstairs and a downstairs one that's been done well. And it was your downstairs one that was failing, so I'd go around and unplug everything on the downstairs circuit. If yours has everything top to bottom, go and unplug everything top to bottom. If it's a light circuit, put the lights in the position that you think from memory was off. So if you remember which lights were on, where you were sat and had the light on, go and switch those ones off so that you think everything is off, you think everything is disconnected at the socket, so that you can go from there. From that point, with everything disconnected, pulled out, you can try switching it on again. If it still trips, chances are it is the wiring or something in one of the sockets, one of the lights, whatever. Something wiring related. At that point you need to call an electrician. If it comes on, then what you would do is try putting things back on one at a time. So if you can remember what you were using, try putting that thing back on. If you hear clunk, it goes again, then chances are that thing you just plugged back in, that's what's playing up. Same with lights. You switch the lights back on, it's that one there, it's that one in the lounge, for example. So that's a little way you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. But even when it is the appliance, you definitely want to get someone to look at it. If it's a washing machine, if it's an oven, there will be an appliance repair shop or an appliance repair person that can come out and look at that. If it's sockets, if it's boilers, you need to get someone out for those. So hopefully that's useful. When you've got a fault, there is a quick thing you can do, but don't keep resetting it. That's the thing. Don't do that because you will cause further damage. If you've got any questions, or if you've got any stories of things that have happened to you in the past and what you've found hard to detect. For example, some things are a lot harder to find, such as outside lights when it's been raining, and then when it's dry you try and fault find it and there's nothing there. Or wet systems such as fridges, pumps, these sort of things, they might get intermittent faults. So let's hear your stories as well, or let me hear any issues you've got at the moment. Thanks again, and I'll see you for episode 10. We're getting to double figures next.